But this poem called Only in America was inspired last summer. A friend of the family was listening to the CD, and it was like, man, the next poem you write needs to be called Only in America. And I was like, damn, that's a hot-ass title. But I didn't want to give it cliche writing, because saying only in America is like saying peanut butter and jelly. It's so common. So I worked on the poem for that month, and then after that, I continued to edit the poem for 8 months. I've never worked on a poem just to make sure that it was right, and it's a pleasure to be able to perform in front of you guys. You can see the abandoned boats all over the shores by the southern coast, with the rags left behind by refugees who come over after having heard how the hours of food just look more like the exhibits in European art museums stacked out in neighborhood grocery stores. And maybe they just engraved the slogan on the tombstones. At least they got the chance to say they lived in modern day Rome, where immigrants were sold on the stories of myths they were told, so men believed the streets was just paved with gold. And the souls of natives roam with the spirits of John Does relocating underneath the city bridges they used to beg for money on, thinking there's something left here for them to get compensated for. And only in America, where politicians have more moves than the strippers swing on fire poles, and businessmen provide city council members with money bribes for their souls. So bars and nightclubs just outnumber daycare centers, so who the fuck is home? And only in America, where marketing agents just suck out the life of half-talented individuals, just to do them like Sambo. So the culture never truly understands who's behind this black face that just kills a heritage of rap songs. And when in Rome, they're building coliseums for million-dollar athletes while kicking single mothers to fall out their home, because they want to start construction on the blocks she lived on. And they don't need for checking for conspiracies, because they're doing it so you can see it in plain view. I mean, who the fuck really cares about Confederate symbols on state flags when they got a modern-day slave plantation sitting right in the middle of Pennsylvania Avenue? So what's the price for your freedom? Some people think 757s didn't capitalize on the move. And only in America, where stories of Atlantis come true, and cities like New Orleans become Camp Crystal Lake with bodies floating around like in abandoned swimming pools, drowning like most of these kids in high school, being bullied with thoughts of wanting to shoot at the whole fucking classroom. Parents, clutch your kids, because now it ain't even safe to drop off your sons and daughters. And only in America, where we get together having holidays celebrating the massacres of people being slaughtered, Thanksgiving, and basically praise the occupation by using the culture as the mascots and logos for the uniforms of athletic programs. America, where the brave get slain and presidents who never enlisted in the Army or Navy get to use soldiers for bait. Where police get fined for beating Rodney King while Klan members that hung black men in the 1950s go free. America, where the death penalty has them frying blacks like it's a reality series on TV. Hey, maybe they weren't paying to those pictures of Christopher Columbus' white Jesus. And only in America, where they got written laws for freedom of speech, but pull a bullet in your heart if you got the heart to stand up and speak. Where CEOs walk and the men and women that invest in those companies get laid off. Where the rich survive and live on AIDS while ghettos can't even afford the health care for a common cough. America, where they kill the musicians and artists and entertainers they love most. Lennon, Marvin, Tupac, Biggie, or get them on coke and kill them slow. Jimmy, David Ruffin, Elvis, Kurt Cobain, and Marilyn Monroe. Where Hilfiger and Bill Knight have yachts while kids in Indonesia be working in sweatshops, trying to come over with the money they saved, just to say they got the chance to live in modern day Rome, just to drive on the streets of gold with the natives and slaves and slaves hang with old war vets who wanted to be all they could be, now stand on corners begging for change. And so maybe they just get it engraved, no matter what part of the life they paid, putting slogans in their tombstones that say made in the good old US of A.
I know they give me respect, even before walking the venue, they see it tatted on my neck.